Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's One Solo here with ASQD Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for some more State of Decay 2. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the base building mechanic that is going to be in State of Decay 2 and just everything with it. So as you guys can see here, this is actually a early build of a base in State of Decay 2. Obviously, there's not a whole lot of lights or anything like that, but you can see your basic supplies, and there's a lot of shipping containers and stuff that you can probably build up here so that it makes it so you're going to have a little bit of high ground. You can kind of look around the area and scope out things and not always be surprised by, you walk out the door and there's a horde of zombies out there. So this is going to be a very, very big, crucial mechanic in State of Decay 2 because you're not just going to be able to roam around the open world and survive. Eventually, you're going to get, swarmed by a horde of zombies. You're going to want to build up a base, and you're going to want to recruit survivors to that base so that they can kind of run your operations, make food, do water and all sorts of other things, with medical facilities and kitchen facilities, and like literally there is a crazy amount of things you can do at your base in this game, and it's all upgradable and it's all customizable. So the first thing we're going to do here, guys, we're actually going to jump in and start looking at the base models that we will actually be able to use in State of Decay 2 with the different things we can build and all of the upgrades and stuff like that. So the first thing being the medical facility. So the medical facilities, as you guys can see here, is probably one of the first things you're going to want to get in your base, because if you get hit with a blood plague zombie, you're going to be in trouble. So obviously you have your medical beds up towards the front, and then towards the back there you can see like all the chemical stuff set up. I would assume that is for synthesizing the blood plague samples into like a blood plague cure. That way if you get hit by a blood plague zombie or anything, or any of your survivors contract the blood plague, you can treat that by synthesizing the blood plague samples that you obtain from taking out the blood plague hearts out in the open world. So next here we have the gardens. So this is also going to be a big thing in the State of Decay 2, is being able to grow your own food. As you can see there's some fertilizers, some potting mix, and then obviously you have corn and pumpkins and some other plants over there, maybe some peppers or potatoes or something. And being able to, be self-sufficient and provide your own food is going to be key, because, looting food out in the open world is very, very dangerous. If you get swarmed by a group of zombies, there's a chance you might die. With the permadeath in this game, that is not good. So here you guys can see the kitchen. So this is going to be a big thing with the food that you grow in your gardens, being able to turn that food around and use it as consumables, and then obviously be, less waste and have high consumables and stuff. It's all going to come through the kitchen. So the better your kitchen is, the better off you're going to be with the food that you grow and the turnaround of that food to be able to use it as consumables on your character, and then supplying other people in your base and stuff like that. So that's going to be a big thing. Moving on to the next one, as you guys can see here, we have like the toilets. So these are your bathroom facilities, and obviously you're going to be, as you can see, you're pooping in a bucket, and you take that bucket over into this stack of tires here and you mush it up and you make fertilizer. So you guys might think that's a little crazy, but if any of you guys have seen The Martian with Matt Damon, he grows his own food on Mars by basically using his own shit. So this is not, this is not fake. This is something that you would do in a survival scenario. So that's pretty cool to see that in the game. Next, we have sort of like the Armory and Storage area. So here's where you're going to be able to craft maybe some crafting with your weapons, adjusting your weapons and tuning your weapons maybe, and customizing your weapons. We haven't really seen a whole lot of weapon customization yet. Hopefully we're allowed to at least do a little bit of weapon customization. And then also here you're going to be able to store weapons and store your gear and stuff. So it's going to be sort of a storage facility, slash where you put all your guns and ammo and all that good stuff. So I'd like to see more weapon customization. Maybe we'll see that very, very soon. Next here you can see where we're going to be able to like mod our vehicles and a little storage facility here. So this is where you're probably going to want to do some like mechanical work, maybe do some mods to your vehicles. There's a couple vehicles in this game that I've seen so far that are pretty cool looking, like big 4x4 trucks and stuff. So you're probably going to be able to repair and mod your vehicles in here. Obviously you're going to be able to store fuel up in that fuel container, because in this game, guys, your cars will run out of gas. So if you load up a car full of loot and you're going back to your base and you run out of gas, that car is pretty much stuck there until you can get fuel to it. Next here you can see like sort of like a workout gym area. So this is where you're going to want to go with your players to increase your players' stamina, increase your players' strength, and possibly with this also increase your players' morale. If obviously you go in there and you get pumped up, you pump some iron and stuff, maybe your characters and stuff will get a higher morale. They'll feel better about themselves, because that is a big mechanic in this game, guys, is making sure that everybody at your base has a high morale. and so that they won't, you know, go rogue on you, I guess you could say. So the last one here, as you can see, is sort of like a recreation area. So this is going to be all surrounding the morale. This is where you're going to want, like for instance, if there's people that are in your base camp that have low morale, you're going to want to put them in this area because this is going to increase their morale. It's going to increase the morale of the base and everything, and it's going to make it so that your survivors are much happier. And happier survivors in this game, guys, is key, because you don't want one of your survivors to go rogue on you and take half of your loot and then leave, because that is a thing in this game. Those are some events that can happen in this game. So that is pretty much all for the base camp, guys. That's pretty much all for the video as well. But if you guys enjoyed this, you guys are excited about the base building and all the cool mechanics coming to State of Decay 2 later in May, make sure to slap that like button. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all things State of Decay 2. I'm going to be covering this game very in depth and keep you guys up to date on all the new details coming out with the upcoming weeks leading up to the launch. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.